Hello, Professor. I decided to do my individual assignment over video. So, to talk briefly a little bit about our project, we decided to focus on the refugee crisis. I was part of Team I, and basically, we started talking about the difficulties that many refugees have as they enter different countries. We did a lot of different research within IE with a lot of international students to ask them how they saw the refugee crisis, how much educated they were in the opportunities and the resources that refugees have here in Spain. And as we kind of presumed already, there were not too many people who knew about the conditions that the refugees here in Spain are sort of under, and that brought us more into how we're going to deal with it. That the fact that this crisis and this major problem for refugees, it can be solved through a sort of upper level, an institutional kind of level, and that's where BBVA comes in. So that's the foundation of our idea. So the main problems for refugees as they enter a country is very often that they don't have an ID. So what happens is that they don't have any records of where they originate from. If they don't have an ID or a passport, they're unable to open bank accounts. They're unable to, if you don't have a bank account, you don't have an ID, it's not so easy to be employed somewhere or even to have an opportunity to become a citizen. So what we decided to do was to come up with a solution for BBVA to help out refugees by allowing them to sign up with them through social medias, because that's the one place where you kind of have an identity and you have it on various social media. So you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have Twitter. All of those accounts also have fields where you fill out your personal information as much as you can. We also talked about this facial recognition software that would link your face to these different social medias to sort of ensure the security of your name and that you were kind of providing as much of an identity as possible. That would be the minimum sort of benchmark for the bank as they sign the refugee up to the services. So by integrating refugees in this kind of way, there will be a sort of higher clientele within BBVA, and people would automatically have a lot better chances of making it in the new society that they immigrate to. So to go into the 3 Ps, what this proposal that we have for BBVA does on an individual level or on a people level is that it directly supports refugees. It allows them to save money, it allows them to have the means to live, to take loans out, to eventually be able to get a job, pay taxes, the whole beginning. So going to the second P, which is profit. Even though this is a very philanthropic idea, I think in terms of the image, the brand image of BBVA, that they're directly the people that are helping people in crisis, I think that speaks so much more of them, and I think that if BBVA would be associated with humanity, I think that would indirectly contribute to them becoming an even more successful institution. So I think on an environmental perspective, there's not really the most major impact that BBVA would be doing, unfortunately, for the environment, other than contributing to a more sort of united global economy, which results in people having more opportunities to think green, to be more sustainable, I mean, I know firsthand after volunteering a lot in different parts of the world how little you think about sustainability if you simply don't have the means of surviving or of providing for yourself. You can't prioritize that. By allowing even more people to be able to stay alive and to financially sustain themselves, I think that indirectly affects the sustainability. So I think in terms of the user experience, there's not that much that I feel that we can improve at this point. Rather, how can we make our idea even more realistic? I'm not saying that it's not realistic. I'm just simply saying there's definitely things standing in the way of making this a reality already. This includes risks for institutions to lend money, to sign individuals up without having proper identification of them, proper proof of statements of past purchases. Let's say that many of these immigrants have been homeless for quite some time. How do you ensure that they're going to pay back the loans that they're taking out of the bank? This is a major problem. This is something that we need to come up with better solutions for. So I think this is definitely a crucial point we need to think about, and a crucial point for BBVA to figure out, should they take our idea and our proposal and turn it into a reality. So based on the feedback that we received from BBVA, it was a lot related to what I just mentioned of the user experience and what we're already providing. It's the main concerns, I think, from the BBVA representatives were the fact that, first of all, social media. How do you ensure that everything that someone provides on social media is true? Because in the end, you can always sign up to 4 or 5 different social medias and then take your picture, and then automatically your account will be linked to your face, and all of the information that you provide could be fabricated, may not be true about you. Many of these social medias don't even require you to put in an address, to put in a phone number, etc. I think that the most fundamental improvement that we as a group of Team I need to attend to before taking this idea further, and I think even pitching it again to BBVA, is to think deeply about ways how to identify individuals that are not part of any records. Is there a way that BBVA or another institution or authority could gain access to public records in the countries of where the immigrants originate from, to sort of have that as a proof of ID? So this is a process that I think needs to be further developed, further improved in order to take this idea forward. Thank you very much.